This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk on Passionate World Internet Radio. The sad disappearance of ESPN Classic from our cable packages is a reminder sports media is changing in the age of cord cutting. Such an age made the move a no-brainer for ESPN, but it was sad nonetheless. The only reason some of us know the history of professional sports in America is this channel. For that matter, the show Cheap Seats introduced us to the Sklar brothers, who still work as comedians today. This was when ESPN was at its height, when it had multiple channels on our cable packages, though not as much. Well, it still has some, but it was nothing compared to that back then. True, ESPN Classic didn't air live games, but that didn't matter for some weird reason. To know where you are, you've got to know where you've been. ESPN Classic showed us that. It's sad that station is gone, even though it's understandable. The channel originally launched in the mid-1990s as the Classic Sports Network, and ESPN bought it in 1997. It aired a lot of programs and documentaries, and also aired the Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. There was a lot of different programming, including the top 5 reasons you can't blame, Cheap Seats, and in some, as I mentioned, it was rare to broadcast live events, even though it aired the implosion of the Kingdom live. There were also interactive specials on the channel. Let's take a list of what we saw on ESPN Classic. 30 for 30. The television drama Friday Night Lights. Battle of the Network Stars. Who's Number One? 60 Minutes on Classic. ESPN Classic Remembers. Old NFL Films programming. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that we took for granted. And it's just a tribute to an era gone by for sports media, an era before the internet took over our lives. ESPN Classic, a wonderful memory for sports fans. This is Dan Riley. Thank you so much for tuning in, and so long.